Hello everyone, it's Eagle of Zeus here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about just some of the different views of the gods that people have, like what exactly the gods are and where they originated from and things like that. Um, and these aren't all the different views of the gods people have. I mean, there's many different views of the gods, and I'm not strictly just talking about the Hellenic gods either, but just all deities. Um, so yeah. So one view of the gods is a more traditional view, and it's also the view that I personally have, and that is the view that the gods are supreme beings, supreme, all powerful, all knowing beings who created us. They are our creators and they are above us and they are purely good. They're perfect beings. And yeah, so they're basically supreme, all powerful beings who created us. So that's my view, and that's a view a lot of other people have. And like I said, I guess that's kind of more of a traditional view because that's also the view that a lot of the ancient people had as well. Um, so yeah, that's one of the views. Another one is that the gods or deities are just really powerful spirits. So they're basically just spirits, just on like a higher level. And a lot of people that view divinities like that, they, I feel like they tend to use like the term work with more instead of worship. They don't really believe that the gods uh, should be worshipped, and they view them more as equals or more like friends or guides. Um, so yeah, that's another view of the gods, that they're just powerful spirits. Some people also believe that the gods used to be human themselves, or that they used to be like physical beings like us, like mortals, but they're like enlightened or ascended. Um, and I know some humans or some historical figures were deified after death, but that's kind of a different situation. That's kind of a different thing altogether. But the people that some people believe that the gods were like mortal beings who basically ascended to godhood. So that's another view. And then another view is that deities are thought forms. And a thought form is basically an entity that somebody creates. You use the power of your thoughts to bring a being or an entity into creation, or an idea even. Um, so some people believe that the gods are basically manifestations of um, a lot of people's thoughts. Like basically, like the ancient people, they basically worshipped nature, and their belief in nature, like their because they saw nature as divine. So all of them putting their beliefs together, they basically made nature into like an entity, or like for example the sun. They All of their thoughts and beliefs put together kind of made the sun into an entity, if that makes sense. So basically, people that view the gods as being like thought forms, they basically believe that humans created the gods. Instead of the gods creating humans, they believe that humans created the gods. And over the thousands of years, the gods, if if you believe their thought forms, that they've grown more powerful and uh, basically develop their own consciousness. Because if you create a thought form, usually they start out kind of weak, or you have complete control of them, and you have to basically tell them what to do and stuff like that. They're more just like under your control. But for the people that believe that the gods are thought forms, they believe that, they've been around so long and they're independent thought forms. And they're, like basically the highest level a thought form can be. Um, so yeah, that's another view of the gods that some people have, that they're thought forms, that humans created the gods. And then another view is that the gods are just archetypes, or that it's just the gods are just psychological, that they're not actual beings, they're just part of our own psyche, our own mind, that they're just archetype or archetypes, or like symbols, that they just symbolize certain things. So that's another view that some people have of the gods, that they're just archetypes or symbols, and that they're not actual physical, or not, well, they're not really physical, but that they're not actual, like, literal beings, that they're just parts of our mind, basically, our own, like, psyche, but they're not, like, actual beings. So yeah, those are some of the, I'd say, more common views of the gods and the divine. As far as their origin, well, with thought forms, they believe that man created the gods. And for people like me who believe the gods are the creators, I'm not really sure where I believe the gods came from. um I don't know. Some people believe in what's called the source, or what Plato called the one. I guess I kind of tend to lean more towards that belief, that there's like a source, and everything, even the gods, came from the source. But in reality, I'm not sure. But I don't really think too much on it, because we're never going to know, we're never going to know for sure where the gods came from. Um, so I don't really tend to linger on that thought, or question it, because we're never going to know the answer. Um, so yeah, those are some of the different views of the gods. Um, I don't think any of them are fake. I mean, I wouldn't say, one, even though I personally believe in the creator view, that the gods are supreme creators. But I'm not going to say that my view is right and the rest are wrong, you know? In a way, I feel like all of them are right from a certain point of view. Um, there's not just one truth. There can be many truths. So, yeah, I'd say every view is right from a certain point of view. Um, yeah, so that's just my opinion. Um, so yeah, I guess that's about it. Uh, well, I guess I could also talk about another thing, about how the gods have kind of, they, I mean, they are perfect beings, but I do believe that they kind of change with the time. Um, like, when it comes to our view of the gods, I believe that they appear to us in different ways. Like, and I believe that it also has to do with us. Like, I'm trying to think how to put it. Like, for example, the ancient Greeks, they depicted the gods as being Greek, because they're Greek. That's their culture. So that's how they saw the gods. They saw the gods through their own culture. And the the cultures before the Greeks, such as the Proto Indo Europeans, they saw the gods through their own culture, like through the lens of their own culture. So to them, the gods appeared as their culture, and so on. That's why, even in modern times, sometimes the gods appear to us in modern as in like a modern appearance, like they might be wearing modern clothing, or they could appear as like any ethnicity or any race, even as animals, different animals, like, and even like animals that the ancient Greeks didn't even know about. The gods, they are perfect and unchanging, but they take on different appearances, and they appear to different people in different ways. So there's not one, like, there's not one set, like, appearance of the gods, or one form of the gods. So if somebody views the gods as being like archetypes, or psychological, then they're not wrong. That's just how the gods speak to them or appear to them. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. Um, but like I said, this is my view, my opinion. Other people may disagree, and that's okay. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about some of the different views people have of the gods. And like I said, nobody's view is wrong, um, and nobody's view is superior. We all have our own views, we all have our own beliefs. So, yeah. And, that's the great thing. One of the great things about Hellenism and other pagan uh, and polytheistic religions is it's not dogmatic, it's not organized. We don't have to all believe the same thing. So, that's one of the good things about our religion. So, all right. Well, that's about it. And I will see you guys in the next video. May the gods bless you all. Bye.